Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I literally just hopped out of the shower, as you can tell by my hair, but I really wanted to sit down and finally film this video. So we have so much to talk about when it comes to Star Yak Ranch. Jeffree Star's ranch. it just sounds so unnatural to talk about even still. And now, this might just come across as me being rude, but all I'm going to say is we are going to be talking about today Jeffree addressing the hate and backlash from the fact that he's now making meat out of his yaks. I am just so shocked that so many of you are so willing to just eat something that Jeffree Star is making. Like, I understand, you know, like makeup, like, you know, factories and stuff like that. And he's had so much experience when it comes to being a makeup artist. And he, you know, really built a successful makeup brand with great formulas, great formulas. I've never tried them, but the reviews speak for themselves. You know, because he was in the industry, he knew what worked, what didn't, and whenever it comes to farming, okay, let's look at this as if he's only been doing it the last year, which isn't even the truth, because he would have been farming for the last couple of months, because this time last year, he told us that farming was never an option, he never wanted to do it, the yaks were his babies, they were his children, they were his pets, and he was not even considering it. So the argument of he's been a farmer for a year isn't even an accurate one. So it's kind of like, I'm just shocked at the amount of people that are willing to just ingest something that this very untrained, farmer is making. Is no one else feeling like that? I don't know. Now, one thing I want to show before we get into him addressing all of the drama is we have an official listing of all of the yak meat that is on offer now. So we're going to go through that and we're going to see what you might like. So yes, the same way that there was, you know, like eyeshadow palettes and blushes and eyeliners and all this shit, we now have Star Yak Ranch menu. So we have, this is all of yak. Cut, and we have a burger, 1 pound package, $10. I'm not even going to go through the prices, but we have yak ribeye, yak cube steak. Sorry, I'm not laughing because it's like me. I'm just laughing at the fact that, like, there's something so unnatural about the fact that Jeffree Star is a farmer now. Yak sirloin tip steak, yak T-bones, yak skirt steak, yak Swiss steak from arm roast, yak arm roast, yak chuck roast, yak sirloin tip roast, yak stew meat, yak soup bone, yak liver, and yak tongue. Okay, so, you know, like, fix myself up a bit after that, because, like, this is a lot. This is, like, stuff farmers who've been doing this for years and years do, right? Now, we're gonna get to Jeffree's new video, and it goes on for like 20 minutes, but I want to show you like a 5-minute section of it, so I will be watching it for fair use commentary purposes. Jeffree, do not try me. This is on his Jeffree Star channel. It's called The Truth About Star Yak Ranch, and he's basically talking about the fact that he was getting called out, if you don't know for context, is this time last year, Jeffree Star trademarked, like, Star Yak meat, Star Yak, like, all these different things to do in the butchery and meat industry. And a lot of drama channels, including myself, made some videos, made some statements, made some tweets. I know that I had a couple tweets that did really well about this, because people were like, what is going on? Like, no one believed this would ever happen. And we were basically saying, oh my god, Jeffree is immediately, he has all these yaks that he just got within the past couple of weeks. He's saying on his channel that they're his babies and his children and his pets, and he's doing this because he just wants to raise the animals. But look at this, secretly behind the scenes, he's now registered to, like, be a butcher. And he responded to all of us saying that we are drama queens, we are liars, we twist the truth, we're always looking for something to drag him for, we're liars, like all of these things, right? So he came at us for lying that he would never do this because his yaks were his babies and his pets. So he's now responding to this, because we've all given him all the criticism for him being a little hypocrite, and he's, you know, making this an issue about, you know what, I can change my mind about being a farmer and all this, and I'm like, baby, that's not the issue. The issue is that you do something and we find out about it, and then you try to say that we're evil and we're the worst people in the world and we're looking for drama. whenever you just got your plans leaked. And that is exactly what happened here. And because they were leaked, because he now lied in the moment of last year and said that we were just lying and spreading drama and malicious lies and the yaks are his babies, he's now being like, oh, well, you know, I trademarked it a year ago just to protect myself, but I was never planning to, you know, have them as yak meat, but whenever I did get my yaks, I have a bunch that I have as pets, and then I have a bunch out the back that we were planning on using for meat anyway. So, none of his things that he's saying are linking up together. I'm not surprised by that. Jeffree Star lies. Jeffree Star is a liar. And I just think it's funny. I mean, I really don't care. I think it's weird that he's a farmer now. Whenever you have such little experience, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not hating on it. I'm someone who, I don't often eat it, but I have ate meat. So I'm like, who am I to like, ooh, whatever. But all I'm saying is the fact that this man is just a chronicle liar. He is a liar. All he does is lie. So this is really funny that he was caught in another lie at just the start of another business venture. So we're going to hear what he has to say about Star Yak Ranch. So this is the truth about it. So again, this is on his channel. You can watch the full video if you want.
Hi, Illusion. It's so nice to have the yaks just surround my home. And when I first got into yaks, now you guys, I've been filming at the Star Yak Ranch for so long, and I've used zero footage. Chris is probably like, hello. So I've also done a lot of vlogging, so we're gonna throw up some clips throughout this video when I'm running my mouth. But I started, you guys, with just this house and 70 acres. And then people around us were selling a lot of land. Now the Star Yak Ranch is now at over 600 acres, and the yaks just get to be grass-fed and chill and live in their environment. I'm so happy to call Wyoming my home. It'll be 2 years in December, can't believe it, and we've been yakking for over a year.
We've been yakking.
Hi, girl. And I know that I've kept this ranch not under wraps, but I've just been keeping it to myself. It's where I found peace after being canceled for the 10th time, and I just wanted to be surrounded by animals. So you guys know I have 8 Pomeranians. I have only
Pomeranian meat coming next, besties.
Ranch, but it's really mainly me and my best friend Michael. I do have a few ranch hands, but
so this is what I'm saying. He's saying that it's just him and his friend Michael. So why are y'all trusting to eat that meat? What? This man is not a qualified, like, I'm not just hating for the sake of hating. This man, you know what the point I'm trying, this man is not a butcher. He's not, like, a farmer. He never was. He's been doing it for, like, a year, and now everyone's like, I cannot wait to ingest this yak meat. I mean, good for you. Go for it, babe. But, like, it's weird.
Me and my best friend doing all the work.
Again, he's saying it's just him and someone else.
Come here, girl. No, this is my birthday twin, my little Scorpio. Look at her.
When's that one gonna be turned into meat?
We're gonna go drive around the ranch. We're gonna meet some of the yaks, and we're gonna answer all your questions because there are so many. So let's skip the Rolls Royce, get in our Polaris General, and go see the ranch. Okay, so this is how I start my mornings. I come out here really early when everyone's just chilling.
Sorry, it's just so silly.
And I just spend time with them all. A lot of people are like, Jeffree, how are your yaks so tame? You really
They're scared of being put in the fucking Jeffree Star Cosmetics fan base's mouths. That's why they're so fucking tame. They're trying to be nice to you.
A lot of love and affection.
Love and affection.
It's a Swiss chocolate. He's a golden yak. He's a golden trim. And he is such a sweet boy. We've been handling him now for about over a year. And we're going to try to do some grooming today. So yesterday he let me brush him out. And when the summer hits, this coat starts shedding.
Sorry, I was gonna make a James Charles grooming joke. You could probably read it in my face, but I just felt it wasn't an appropriate one to make.
So this is all fiber. And yes, it is usable. I mean, the fiber just melts right off. Now, normally I'd have a bag, I would save it all, and you could send it to the fiber mill, and that's a whole nother conversation. But right now it's just about, you know, I have over 120 yaks, and they all need to get groomed.
Sorry, I won't make grooming jokes.
Big old Swiss man. So this is his winter coat. Now, a lot of people are like, Jeffree, do they ever go indoors? Yaks thrive when it's negative 20 degrees. Remember, they're from the Himalayas and, you know, the Tibetan plains of 18,000 feet elevation. You know what I mean? So they thrive in Wyoming. Look at his fiber color. It's so cool. So as summer comes, their thick coat that protects them in the winter, it all just starts shedding. My big boy. Now I love doing this because this is all about just bonding with the animal, letting them know that it's all positive.
This is Jeffree Star. Like, if you told me a year ago this would be the content we're watching from Jeffree Star, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Energy, they're just getting loved on.
They're getting loved on, except for the ones that are getting...
Oh, Swissy, tell them. So we have these in all the pastures. It's a whole mineral supplement. Yaks really need copper in their diet. And these are things that they're not going to get from hay or grazing the mountain. Oh, Swiss. This is like an ASMR moment. So he'll just stand here for like 20, 30 minutes and just lick. All my exes. And then this is really gonna help him. Oh yeah, look at all that. Now,
what a great
the fiber
noise.
on the neck is the most
what
valuable.
What a great noise.
It's softer than cashmere, feel that. Wow. Isn't that cool?
That's crazy.
Alright, Swissy, we'll see you in a little bit, big head.
Alright, now he talks about the drama, don't worry.
Now this big baby.
Just thought it was interesting to give you this little introduction.
He comes from Colorado.
It's just like...
actually just guard him.
Oh, one thing I do want to say as well, he makes a point now about that there's a lot of yaks that he has that, you know, are going to be his pets, and then there's a lot that are just like he doesn't name and they're there for the sake of being turned into meat. But he also goes on to say right here, like we'll see now, this is when he addresses the drama, that he's not opposed to turning his pet yaks into food either.
This is like one big massage for him, so he's just having the time of his life. He's like, so relaxing. All right, you guys, is this where we segue into my meat business? Oh my god, people are so crazy. I think city folk don't understand farming, Chris. There was a very big misconception that...
You're not a farmer! Like, oh my god, you moved out a year ago, and now oh my god, the city folk don't understand us farmers. What? You're not a farm, like you... Oh my god, farmers are people who have been doing this, know everything about it. Just because you move out to a fucking yak, you, your friend Michael, fucking probably take them all out and you get Madison, your assistant, clean up all their shit, doesn't make you a fucking farmer. Oh my god, farming takes so much. And yes, in a couple years I'll be like, wow, that's a farmer that I would trust to get my food from. But whenever, like, especially how you're known, but it's like, from just doing this a couple months is, to me at least, like, wow, you're really rushing to things here. But I don't know.
Said I was gonna start selling meat. People thought it was all of my pets that I've been spending the last year and a half with. Sorry, they're all right here. Now, there is definitely a whole culture in the entire America of harvesting food, and I think most people know that. But then I was shocked. I read some comments like, I thought meat came from the grocery store. You guys, I literally was like, that's not real, right? And then people in Wyoming were like, oh yeah, people think meat comes from the grocery store. And I'm like, oh my god. So I had no idea people were uneducated about farming, where meat came from.
Seriously, it's like this high and mighty fucking approach. Jesus, let's tone it down a bit. Come on, in a couple of years you can act like this.
Culture of hunting and providing food for your family. It's a whole entire world. And living in Wyoming, I've definitely learned the Wyoming way. But yes, it may seem a little interesting to some people, or you were a little perturbed that I am raising yaks for breeding and pets. And then, yes, we're also raising yaks for food. And yak meat is so amazing. It's actually the leanest, healthiest red meat in America, and no one's talking about it. For some reason, everyone picked...
but don't worry, they have you as the spokesperson now.
Yaks
they're
got
saved.
Just pushed to the wayside in America, where, you know, in Tibetan culture, yaks have been around for 5,000 years. They're some of the best, most hardiest creatures that we have in our world. They've been here
and
since
they're
the
all going
dinosaur
to
ages.
you.
So there was never
yaks.
a plan to raise yaks for meat in the beginning. I know some people can't fathom that, and they want to say I'm a liar, I'm this, girl, I've been living out in paradise out here. And when I learned more about the animal, I was like, oh, well...
I love how he does this thing where he really quickly touches upon why people are calling him out. People are trying to expose me for lying. It doesn't matter, they're all liars. See how he never dwells on it? Because if he dwelled on it enough, he would know that we keep up with all these hypocrisies and the things I talked about at the start of this video, expose that he lied about all this. I'm not saying it's bad that he lied about it, but just stop acting like the rest of us are so stupid and then taking the, oh, y'all city folk, like, fuck off, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
So, yes, I do sell a vegan cosmetics brand, and I'm like, you guys, that has nothing to do with my yak ranch. That is a whole separate company. But I get it, it's Jeffree Star. People love to make everything into something that it's not. And I've just been keeping to myself for a few years, so I know the girls wanted to get excited. But this animal, you can use it all aspects. Whether it's a pet, whether you're using it to ride up the mountain and you saddle train it, whether you are eating it, whether you're using its horns, the skull. I mean, this animal is just, it's been used for thousands and thousands of years. So as I educated myself more, I tried yak meat last year for Christmas, and I was like, oh my god, it's so good and it's so lean. And I get that a lot of people may not even know what a yak was until Jeffree Lynn popped up on the scene. I have a yak ranch now, and we are selling meat, and I'm just gonna say it one more time in case you haven't seen TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. But all of the yaks that I'm raising for food, they're in a back pasture. Yes, they are still getting love and care. And
they're just thrown into the shed while his pets get to roam free. Fuck me, what a great way to sell it.
I don't halter train them. I don't spend hours with them. And at my ranch, we don't have names for our food. But that doesn't mean that other ranches don't. I know people that would raise someone like this, and then 10 years later, they're like, okay, I fed you for 10 years. Now you're going to feed me. And it's a very different dichotomy. So leaving the big city...
Alright, one thing I do want to show you is this TikTok I saw that I thought was actually quite funny. Now, here we go. It was basically talking about, like, Jeffree Star's yak ranch. Okay, here we go, I got it. So it says, yaks when they're being raised on $1 million ranch by Jeffree Star. Oh god. Alright, here's my thing. Jeffree just gets caught in lies all the time, and it just is so bizarre to me, this full turn of character, and I feel like it was so strategically done. It was done at a time when Jeffree was getting exposed for claims of SA and violence by Insider, and he moved, and all the connections with Shane Dawson were cut off, and it was very smart from a business point of view for multiple different reasons. I just think that the fact that he's been doing it less than a year and been farming, based on his timeline, which he's already lying about, for less than a year, y'all are eating that? Alright, I mean, good for you. I'm not trying to stop you. Good for you. Yum yum. But to me, it just seems very weird, and I wouldn't trust it. But if you want to trust it, good for you. But let me know your opinions on this, of him addressing it. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. What is that noise? I've literally no idea what that noise is. Is that a storm outside? Stormy! Kylie. Sorry, I'm cleaning my bed sheets right here. I'm trying to see if there's a storm going on. Oh, did you know that this window could open fully? Look. Slay. Oh yeah, bad storm. Storm Jeffree. Coming to Brighton tonight. Okay, I love you, muckers. Bye.